Have you ever felt the sting of criticism? The heavy weight of someone pointing out your mistakes? It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Yet, in every interaction, each of us has the power to make a choice. We can either tear down or lift up. We can inspire or deflate. Imagine a world where instead of pointing fingers, we reached out with understanding, where instead of correcting, we encouraged. How much could we achieve together if we nurtured each other's strengths and saw potential in each other, rather than flaws? Think about the people in your life who have had the greatest influence on you. It's not the ones who criticized you relentlessly, but the ones who saw something special in you. Who made you feel valued and heard? The leaders who moved you didn't push you with force. They inspired you to be better through empathy and respect. They understood that true leadership comes from a place of kindness, not authority. Imagine now that you could be that person for someone else. What if your words, your actions, your very presence could encourage someone to step into their best self? What if you could guide others not by demanding, but by inspiring? The truth is, you have that power right now. All it takes is a shift in how we approach the people around us.
We all know the sting of criticism. It cuts deep. It lingers in our minds and can shake our confidence. It's easy to forget the praise we've received, but criticism, it stays with us. It festers. The unfortunate truth is, when people are criticized, they don't listen, they build walls. They withdraw, becoming defensive, and nothing gets accomplished. It's human nature. Now, think back to a time when someone criticized you. Did it motivate you to do better? Or did it make you resentful? Make you feel small? Like you were being judged unfairly? When was the last time you felt inspired by harsh words or a scolding? Chances are, it hasn't happened. Criticism doesn't inspire change, it breeds resentment. And resentment does nothing but breed more negativity. What if, instead of criticizing, we took a step back and tried to understand? What if, instead of pointing out a flaw, we started with a positive, recognizing something the person did well? Imagine how different things would be if we could lead with empathy, if we could guide without belittling. What if we could change someone's course not with anger, but with gentle encouragement? This is where true leadership begins. When you criticize, you shut down the very thing that is capable of growth, the human spirit. But when you show someone you understand their perspective, when you offer a constructive approach, the result is not defensiveness but openness. It's like planting a seed of possibility. Instead of shutting someone down, you invite them to rise to the occasion, to reach for something higher. Take a moment to think about the leaders who have made a lasting impact on your life, the ones who made you feel as though your contribution mattered. These leaders didn't tear you down, they lifted you up. They didn't point out your mistakes to humiliate you. They offered guidance with understanding. They understood the simple truth: when you criticize, you alienate. But when you uplift, you create a bond. You foster loyalty, you inspire action. And action is what changes things. So, next time you feel the urge to criticize, stop, pause. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of this? Is it to fix the person, or to make you feel superior? Is it to help them grow, or to make yourself right? If you want to be a leader who inspires real change, lead with understanding, lead with empathy, lead with respect. When you focus on what someone is doing right, instead of what they're doing wrong, you open a door to progress. People will follow you not because they have to, but because they want to. They'll want to improve because you've shown them what's possible, not by forcing them, but by encouraging them to see their own potential.
How often do we underestimate the power of a sincere compliment? It's a small gesture, but it can have an enormous impact. Think about the last time someone genuinely acknowledged your efforts, your character, or a quality that you've worked hard to cultivate. Did it make you feel seen? Did it lift your spirit? We all long for recognition, for someone to notice the good we bring to the table. The world is full of noise, But when someone offers genuine appreciation, it cuts through the clutter like a beacon of light. How often do we overlook the small wins of those around us? It's easy to be critical, to point out flaws, to highlight what went wrong. But it takes real effort to stop and notice what's going right, what's being done well. How often do we take the time to really notice and acknowledge someone's strengths, their effort, their character? Imagine the effect you could have on someone if you paused for just a moment and expressed your sincere gratitude for their contribution. However small it might seem, you don't need to wait for grand achievements to give a compliment. Every day presents countless opportunities to make someone feel valued. A simple "I appreciate that," or "that was really helpful," can make all the difference. It shows the person that what they're doing matters, that they're not invisible, that their actions and their contributions are seen, respected, and valued. When you give honest, heartfelt appreciation, you open a door to connection, to trust, to cooperation. This isn't about flattery, though. Flattery is hollow. It's self-serving. Sincere appreciation, on the other hand, is genuine, heartfelt. It's about acknowledging someone's efforts and making them feel like they are contributing to something bigger. The effect is profound. You're not just boosting their ego, you're fueling their desire to do more, to give more, to be better. When people feel appreciated, they rise to the occasion. They are motivated, inspired, and energized. Look at it from the other side. How does it feel when someone genuinely recognizes your hard work? How does it feel when you're praised for something you've done well? Even if it's something small, it makes you want to do more. It makes you feel like you're part of something meaningful, like you're making a difference. It ignites a spark, a sense of purpose. It's not just about the compliment, it's about the belief behind it. When someone truly appreciates you, they're telling you, "I see you. I value you. You matter." Now, think of how much more you could achieve if you made it a point to offer sincere appreciation to those around you. What if you made someone's day simply by recognizing their contribution, however big or small? The power of genuine appreciation is often underestimated, yet it's one of the most effective tools in building meaningful relationships, fostering loyalty, and creating an environment where people feel supported and motivated to give their best. Have you ever found yourself feeling inspired, not because of something you were told to do, but because someone made you see how it would benefit you? It's not about being told what to do, but about understanding how it aligns with your own desires and needs. This is the power of appealing to someone's interests. People are naturally drawn to things that help them, things that make their lives better. They act on their own self-interest, and when you can show them how your request or idea fits into that, you've created a powerful connection. Imagine you're working with someone, and you need their cooperation, their attention, their time. What's the quickest way to get it? Is it by making demands or issuing orders? No. It's by showing them how your idea will help them, how it will benefit them. Think about how people are wired at the core. They are looking out for their own interests, just as you do. When you understand that, you can connect on a deeper level and influence them without pushing, without demanding. Instead of focusing solely on what you want or need, focus on what the other person wants. Ask yourself, how can I show this person how my idea, my request, can help them? When you do this, you're not just making a transaction, you're building a relationship. You're showing that you care about their needs, their goals, their desires. This opens the door to collaboration, to mutual respect, and to a deeper level of trust. Think about the times in your life when you've been persuaded or convinced. Was it when someone pressured you? Or was it when they helped you see how the decision would improve your life? People don't like to feel forced, but they do like to feel understood. When you approach someone with respect for their interests, they're far more likely to listen, to be open, and to consider your point of view. You're not just speaking at them, you're speaking to them in a way that resonates with their own desires. Imagine a leader who is constantly focused on what they want, pushing people to meet their goals. Contrast that with a leader who takes the time to understand their team, to see things from their perspective, and to align goals with the interests of the people they lead. The second leader doesn't just get compliance, they build loyalty. They build enthusiasm. They build a team that is motivated to achieve. The first leader may get short-term results, but the second leader fosters long-term success. When you can make people feel like their interests are at the heart of the conversation, they'll naturally be more inclined to listen, to collaborate, and to support you. By appealing to their self-interest, you don't just win their cooperation, you earn their trust. You create an environment where everyone is working towards a shared goal, where everyone feels understood and valued, and where cooperation flows naturally. This isn't manipulation, it's mutual benefit. It's collaboration at its finest. How often do we truly listen to others? I mean, really listen. Not just hear the words, but truly understand what's being said. Feel the emotions behind the words, and respond with genuine interest. Most people are waiting for their turn to speak, not to listen. But listening, it's not just a skill. It's a powerful tool for connection, for building rapport, for influencing. People are drawn to those who listen because it makes them feel heard, valued, and respected. Imagine sitting across from someone who is genuinely interested in what you have to say. They're not distracted, not checking their phone or looking around the room. Their full attention is on you. They ask thoughtful questions. They react with empathy. In that moment, you feel more important, more understood, more connected. And isn't that what we all want? To be understood, to be seen, to know that our thoughts, our feelings, our ideas matter. Listening is a powerful form of respect. When you give someone your full attention, it shows them that you care about their perspective, their experience. You acknowledge their worth. People can feel the difference between a conversation where they're being heard and one where they're being ignored or interrupted. It's a subtle thing, but it's profound. Think about the leaders who have inspired you, the ones who made you feel like your ideas mattered. They didn't just speak at you, they listened to you. They created an environment where your voice was heard and valued. They didn't dictate, they collaborated. And because they listened, they built relationships of trust and respect. They understood that it's about being the most attuned to the needs of others, understanding their concerns, and responding with empathy. Now, think about your own interactions. How often do you find yourself interrupting, waiting for the chance to make your point, rather than truly absorbing what the other person is saying? We've all done it, but here's the key. When you truly listen, you're not just gathering information, you're building a relationship. You're creating an opportunity for real communication, real understanding, and real connection. What happens when you show someone that you're truly interested in their thoughts, their experiences, their concerns? You create a bond. You create an environment where they feel comfortable opening up, where they feel like they can trust you. Trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Without it, communication is hollow. But with it, you can influence, you can collaborate, and you can create lasting change. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about seeing the person behind the words. It's about understanding their perspective, validating their feelings, and responding with care. And when you do that, you become a source of support, a source of influence, a source of leadership, because people follow those who understand them, those who listen, and those who truly care. Think about the last time you felt truly understood, when someone not only heard your words but also validated your feelings, your point of view. Wasn't it refreshing? How much more willing were you to engage, to share, to open up? That's the power of allowing others to talk about themselves. People have a natural desire to share their thoughts, their experiences, and their dreams. When you give them the space to do so, they feel important, they feel valued, and in return, they open up to you in ways you never expected. People crave the opportunity to speak about their own experiences. It's a universal truth we all want to be heard, to be understood. And when someone gives us that opportunity, it creates an instant connection. Think about how often we don't take the time to ask others about their lives, their thoughts, or their passions. But when we do, something magical happens. The conversation changes. The energy shifts. We stop focusing on ourselves, and we begin to connect with the other person on a deeper level. Have you ever been in a conversation where you did all the talking, only to walk away feeling drained? On the other hand, think about the conversations where you were given the floor to share your thoughts, your feelings, and you walked away energized. That's the difference. When we allow others to talk about themselves, we give them the gift of feeling valued, and in return, they trust us more, they connect with us more deeply. By letting others speak, we also learn something crucial. We gain insight into their world. We understand their values, their concerns, and their passions. The more we understand about someone, the easier it is to build a genuine connection. It's not about taking control of the conversation, it's about creating a space where the other person can express themselves fully. It's about listening with empathy, with an open heart, and with an open mind. When you allow others to talk about themselves, you're not just being polite, you're building a relationship. People remember how you make them feel, and when they feel heard, they remember you. The more they share with you, the more they begin to trust you, and the more they feel a sense of camaraderie with you. They want to be around you because you make them feel important. Don't think this is just about getting someone to like you. It's about forming a meaningful, mutual connection. It's about understanding that the key to influence is not always about presenting your thoughts, but about providing the space for others to express theirs. When you make someone feel important, when you allow them to share, you create an unspoken bond. They will naturally become more open to your ideas, more willing to collaborate, and more invested in your relationship. In the end, the more people feel understood, the more they'll respect and value you. It's a simple yet powerful principle that can transform how we relate to one another. Have you ever noticed how people light up when they're praised? When their achievements, no matter how small, are acknowledged? It's like you've handed them a treasure they didn't even know they were missing. Praise is a tool that cuts through barriers, breaks down walls, and opens hearts. But it's not just about flattery, it's about recognizing the real, genuine qualities that people possess and letting them know they are seen, appreciated, and respected. Imagine for a moment that you've just done something you're proud of, something that took effort, creativity, or perseverance. You feel the need for recognition, don't you? It's nature. Now, picture someone acknowledging that achievement, no matter how small. The glow of their appreciation fills you with a sense of pride and satisfaction. You feel good, don't you? You feel motivated, energized, like you can take on the world. This is the power of sincere praise. It can change someone's mood, boost their confidence, and motivate them to do even better. But here's the key. Praise must be genuine. People can sense insincerity a mile away. Hollow compliments don't have the same impact as words that come from the heart. When you genuinely recognize someone's efforts or qualities, when you give them a compliment that reflects their true value, you create an environment of trust and mutual respect. They don't feel like they're being manipulated or used. They feel like their worth is truly being acknowledged. And when people feel respected, they are more likely to respond positively to you. Think about the leaders, mentors, or even friends who have made a lasting impact on you. Chances are, they praised you. They recognized your strengths, your contributions. It wasn't just about the praise, it was about how they made you feel. That recognition built a sense of camaraderie, a sense of connection. They made you feel like you mattered. And when you feel that way, it makes you want to give more, to strive for even greater things, and to build the relationship even further. Now, Imagine the impact that sincere praise can have on your relationships, whether in business, in your personal life, or within a team. When you acknowledge the positive in others, you inspire them to do more, to achieve more. People want to be recognized for the effort they put in, for the qualities they bring to the table. When you praise someone, you ignite a spark in them. You make them feel empowered to take on new challenges, to push their boundaries and to grow. Praise is more than just a tool for getting what you want. It's an essential building block for strong, lasting relationships. It fosters an environment of positivity, where people feel appreciated, understood and motivated. So, the next time you're tempted to point out flaws or criticize, take a moment to look for the good in those around you, offer genuine praise, and watch as it transforms not just your relationships but also your own sense of connection with others. Let's talk about the power of admitting when you're wrong. There's something incredibly human, incredibly relatable about it. In a world where we often feel the need to be right, to defend ourselves, admitting mistakes can feel like a vulnerability. But here's the truth. It takes a greater strength, a deeper confidence to admit when you're wrong. Think about the last time you made a mistake. Wasn't it liberating, in some way, to just acknowledge it and move on? It's a rare trait in people, isn't it? To see someone admit they're wrong with grace and humility. It catches us off guard, doesn't it? We're so used to seeing others hide their errors, deflect, or justify them with excuses. But when someone stands there, owning their mistake without trying to cover it up, they earn a kind of respect that words alone can't convey. It's a powerful thing because, in that moment, they are showing you something raw, something real. They are showing that they are human, just like you, and in that vulnerability, they invite connection. Admitting your mistakes isn't a sign of weakness. In fact, it's one of the strongest moves you can make. When you admit to being wrong, you not only set an example of humility, but you also open the door for others to be honest with themselves and with you. It creates an atmosphere of trust, and that's the foundation of any successful relationship. People appreciate honesty. They appreciate someone who is brave enough to put down their defenses and say, "I was wrong." Why? Because it shows courage. It shows integrity. And, perhaps most importantly, it shows humanity. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone could not admit they were wrong, no matter how clear the evidence was? How did that make you feel? It created a wall, didn't it? You began to question their authenticity. You started wondering, how much of what they say is really the truth? But when someone owns their mistakes, when they admit, "I was wrong, I misunderstood," it creates a bridge instead of a wall. It opens the door to a deeper, more honest connection. When we refuse to admit our wrongs, we hold on to pride, to ego. But in the end, what does that do? It isolates us. It prevents growth. It keeps us locked in a place of self-defense, where no real learning or connection can happen. The truth is, every mistake is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to get better. When we admit our errors, we demonstrate the willingness to improve, to learn from the experience, and to be better in the future. Admitting mistakes also has another remarkable benefit. It disarms conflict. How many arguments, how many misunderstandings could have been resolved in a moment by simply saying, "I was wrong"? So, the next time you make a mistake, remember, admitting it isn't a sign of weakness, it's a mark of strength, of growth, and of genuine connection. And in that admission, you'll find the kind of respect and trust that will propel your relationships to new heights. Have you ever noticed the way people respond when they feel important? It's a feeling that touches the soul, isn't it? When someone makes us feel like we matter, when they acknowledge our value, it creates a sense of warmth, of connection that is unforgettable. And the best part? We can do that for others. We have the ability to make people feel like they are truly significant in this world. And it doesn't take grand gestures or expensive gifts. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple, heartfelt recognition of their worth. Think about the times you felt deeply appreciated. How did it feel when someone truly noticed you? When they recognized the effort, the uniqueness, or the strength you brought to a situation? You didn't need to hear it from a crowd or a stage. You needed it from one person who saw you, who understood the importance of what you bring to the table. That's the kind of recognition we all crave, the kind that fills us with a sense of pride and gratitude. Now imagine being the person who provides that recognition. Can you see how your words and actions can light up someone's world? When you take the time to genuinely acknowledge others, when you make them feel like their contributions matter, you create a ripple effect. People don't forget when you make them feel important. It's something they carry with them, a memory that lingers and grows stronger with each encounter. Think about the people in your life who have made you feel significant. What did they do? It's not always about saying the perfect thing. It's about the intention behind it. It's about making others feel like their thoughts, their actions, and their very presence matter in the grand scheme of things. It's about recognizing their unique value and, in doing so, showing them a mirror in which they see themselves as worthy, as important. In every conversation, in every relationship, we have the opportunity to do this. We have the power to make people feel seen, heard, and valued. It doesn't require manipulation or tactics. It simply requires a genuine belief in the other person's worth. When we give this kind of recognition, we don't just make them feel good in the moment we create, a foundation of trust and respect. And in return, people are more open, more connected, and more willing to work together. Remember, it's the little things that make the biggest impact. A simple compliment, a thoughtful gesture, a small acknowledgement of someone's contribution can completely shift their day, their mindset, and their relationship with you. When you make others feel important, you open the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. You become someone people trust, admire, and genuinely want to be around. And in that, you gain more than just their admiration, you gain their loyalty and respect. There's something truly powerful about asking questions. Questions have a unique ability to unlock doors, to open minds, to invite people to share their thoughts, their feelings, and their perspectives. We live in a world where people often feel unheard, as though their opinions don't matter. But when you ask someone a question, when you show genuine curiosity about their thoughts, you make them feel important. You give them the space to express themselves in a way that makes them feel valued, seen, and respected. How many times have you been in a conversation where someone just listens to you? Not just hears you, but truly listens? It's an experience that stays with you, isn't it? You feel connected to that person. You feel understood. That's the magic of asking the right questions. It's not about interrogation, it's about creating a bridge between you and the other person, about establishing a sense of trust and openness. The truth is, we all want to be heard. It's a universal human need. We want to feel like our voices matter, like what we have to say is worth listening to. And when we feel that way, when we feel truly listened to, we open up more freely, we share more openly. It's a ripple effect. When someone listens to us, we're more likely to listen to them in return. And that's the foundation of any meaningful connection. So, the next time you're in a conversation, ask questions. Not to interrogate, not to probe, but to genuinely understand the other person's point of view. Ask with curiosity, with interest, with the intention to learn something new about them. People love to talk about themselves, but more than that, they love to feel like their thoughts are worth sharing, like they matter to the person across from them. What kind of questions should you ask? Simple ones, thoughtful ones, ones that show you care. Ask about their experiences, their dreams, their challenges. People love to share stories about their lives. When you ask questions that invite them to do so, You create an opening for them to reveal a side of themselves they might not otherwise show. It's like offering them a safe space to be vulnerable, to connect on a deeper level. When you ask questions, you also give people a sense of ownership in the conversation. They feel like they're contributing to the exchange, not just being talked at. It's a two-way street, and both sides get something valuable from it. You gain insights, perspectives, and a deeper understanding of the person, while they gain a sense of importance and relevance. So remember, the next time you want to strengthen a relationship, whether personal or professional, ask questions. Show genuine interest in the other person and watch as they begin to open up. You'll find that it's not only a powerful way to build rapport, it's also a tool for creating lasting, meaningful connections that will enrich both your life and theirs. When was the last time you expressed genuine appreciation for someone? Not because they were expecting it, but simply because you felt they deserved it? True, heartfelt appreciation is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to connect with others. It's a gift that costs nothing but means everything. Think about it. How often do we go through life without stopping to acknowledge the kindness, effort, or goodness of those around us? We get so caught up in our own tasks, in our own struggles, that we forget to recognize the contributions of others. And when we forget to appreciate, we miss out on one of the most powerful ways to build strong, lasting relationships. Appreciation isn't just about saying thank you, it's about recognizing someone's worth, their efforts, their character, and making them feel seen. It's a way of saying, I see you, I notice what you do, and I value it. Think about how it feels when someone genuinely appreciates you. It's like a spark of warmth, isn't it? It fills you with a sense of pride and satisfaction. It validates your efforts, makes you feel like what you do matters in this world. The amazing thing about appreciation is that it has the power to change the entire atmosphere of a relationship. When you show appreciation, you create an environment of positivity, trust, and respect. People thrive when they feel valued. It gives them the motivation to continue contributing, to continue giving their best. It's like planting a seed of goodwill that grows into a tree of mutual respect. It's easy to forget the power of appreciation in the hustle and bustle of life. But when you take the time to pause, to reflect, and to genuinely express gratitude, you'll find that people's hearts open to you. A simple thank you, when said with sincerity, can be transformative. Whether it's a colleague who went the extra mile, a friend who supported you through tough times, or even a stranger who performed a small kindness, recognizing their effort creates a bond that goes beyond mere words. It's not just about acknowledging grand gestures either. Appreciation can be for the small things too. The little things matter more than we often realize. Maybe someone took the time to listen to you when you needed it most. Maybe they smiled at you when you were having a bad day. These moments of kindness often go unnoticed, but they have a profound impact on the relationship. Recognize these moments and you'll find that the connection deepens. So, the next time you're in a conversation, take a moment to look around. Who can you appreciate? Who deserves to feel seen, heard, and valued for what they bring into your life? A little appreciation can go a long way, and it's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to build bridges, strengthen bonds, and create relationships that are grounded in mutual respect and admiration. What if every person you encountered felt genuinely valued, truly appreciated, and listened to? Imagine the kind of impact that would have on your relationships, both personal and professional. A world where we uplift and encourage one another, where we take the time to show that we see the worth in each other. It's within your power to transform the way you connect with others, to make them feel important and special. These principles, sincere appreciation, asking thoughtful questions, and giving genuine recognition, don't just change the way people see you. They change the way people feel around you. They create an environment of trust, respect, and warmth that draws people in. When you make people feel valued, they begin to trust you, support you, and work with you in ways you never imagined. We all long to be heard, to be seen, to know that we matter. In every interaction, you have the chance to make someone's day better, to build them up, and to make them feel understood. It's not just about being kind, it's about being intentional with your actions, your words, and your attention. And in return, you'll build relationships that will last a lifetime. Relationships founded on deep mutual respect and connection.